Hey guys, and welcome to the walkthrough of Coda. First thing, we're gonna sign up. After we sign up, there's a quick tutorial that explains the main features of the app. It shows you where you can search your samples. You can switch between classic keyboard-based search to AI search. Here, you can have all of your collections. So any collection that has your files can be here, including light sounds. Here you can switch between list and group mod, and we'll talk about it soon when we have more files. Results will be showing up here, and we can always drag and drop the results to our DAW. And you can press L to like any file you want. Same here with Maestro. That's your AI chat, basically. Imagine like ChatGPT for your files, any sound you like. Here you can chat with an AI assistant and look for sounds you like. Once we finish the tutorial, we have this window. Shows us where all our samples are located. So we can say, okay, let's add the spice samples that we have. There are some logic samples we have here. We have serum presets. You have another tune presets here, Yuhi, and we'll add both. And these are drives that have files and samples. So for example, I'm gonna add these. Some of them I wanted, some of them not. You know where are most of your samples. And even if you don't, it will show up here. So let me add a little bit more. Let's start indexing. Well, this would take a couple minutes. It's going to index all of your files. Some of them will show up already soon. And once it indexes all of the files, it will also show you after that where is it at in the indexing process. So you see it's right now still indexing. And soon it will show more and more files once it gets past the first initial scan stage. Okay, so after the initial scan finished, we have our files here and we can start digging into them. So first of all, we can have, for example, the types. So let's say we want only loops. Now we get loops. Let's say we want only one shots, we'll get the one shots. And we have here by type of instrument. So we have Onisphere, these are all our Onisphere and add presets, contact presets or instruments, UV, and other ones. Engine, but best service. Okay, so we have all of these. We can do on the audio, etc. Okay, if we don't want anything, we can click clear. Another thing we have here is vendors. So we can say we want only ADIA stuff, then we'll get only ADIA. Same thing with libraries. We can say, hey, we want like specific library, say Sound Iron library or something like that. And we have tags, which we can filter by a tag. Let's say we want all the modern sounds for hybrid. So then we can basically view all the files that are tagged modern. So these are the filters menus. Now let's move on to the left panel. In the left panel, we have all sounds, and then we have liked sounds. So let's say we really like a certain sound, and let's say we like these snares. We press L on our keyboard, and it will immediately like the sound. L will like or dislike the sound, and then it will add it here, and then we can merely see it here and use it, drag it to our DAW later on, etc. Recently added is where you will see files that you just added to your computer. Let's say you just bought a library and you have more files, so they will show up here. Now, collections lets you basically add a new collection so that you can use later on. So let's say you found your best like synth sounds. So you create a new collection here, and then we can just drag synth sounds to it, our favorite ones. So let's search, simple search, keyword based of a synth. Okay, it will give us many synths. Now, because there's so many, and we can, by the way, preview the same, like that. Because we have a lot of synth here, it will take time to basically see them all. So what we can do is go to group mode. And in group mode, we have them divided by libraries. So all of the synth by, say, and Ryzen Age Pro will show up here. And all of the Yuhi ones are here. And then we have Adia ones, Heavy City, Spectrasonics, which is here, Omnisphere. Okay, so you have everything divided to libraries instead of single files. Now let's add our favorite synth. Let's find some synth we like. For example, let's say synth but contact instruments. So now we can specifically view synth that are contact. Okay, so we have some here. Let's see these ones. Let's say we want this synth. Okay, we can always double click it to open it in contact. Okay, it will now load the compact 8 with the synth. In my guess. And here, there we go. Okay, now we have this synth here. And that if we live it, we can just drag it to the synth collection. And we'll have it here. Another option that is very cool, and that's the main thing here, is the AI search. So let's say we want to find specifically something that fits our brief or the project we're working on. So let's say find me Chinese sounds because I'm working on a Chinese sound and track. So, and sound instruments. Okay, great. Now it will find all of these sounds that we have here. And let's go to group mode so we can see. So we have something by best service Chinese symbol. So let's create a new collection called Chinese music. And we will add all this Chinese traditional instruments to it. For example, let's see, Splice, we hear something from Splice. We have some gongs here. Now let's say we don't want to create a collection, we want a Maestro to create a collection for us. So I can say, create a collection of my best Chinese instruments. Okay, and there we go. We have it's called a Maestro's recipe. And basically all of these Chinese tracks or instruments are now here. We can sound that we can preview, and we can say keep it. If we press keep it, it will save a new folder. But so it's Chinese instruments premium. And here, let's go to list mode. We can see we have all of them here. And now the next stage, it would be to grab and drop them to our DAW. Now I'll show you that now. Okay, great. So now it found some Chinese sounds here, and I want to drag it to the DAW. Simply choose an instrument that has a sampler. So for example, contact. We're gonna open contact in our DAW right here, and we're going to drag it. We select this gong, or let's say we want this wind gong, and we just drag it up to our DAW. That's it. The way the wave files can be just dragged and up directly here. Let's hear it. So we have it here, and let's find more Chinese sounds. Let's say we want to build a Chinese sounding track. So we have all of these here. So we have these things here. We can preview some of them. Since it's a contact instrument, let's go back to off contact and drag and drop this one. Great. And now we can simply start playing on it. Okay, we can start recording. Okay, so this is a way to wherever that you can grab and drop stuff. You can pull it down here. It's the idea. Another cool thing is that we can actually tag our own sounds. Let's say we want a scary piano. Okay, we're gonna find a scary piano. And let's see, these one. Okay, so we found some scary piano. We're gonna click add tag. So right now it's only tagged as piano. Let's tag it as a scary or horror. And now we just added horror tag. Now next time we search for horror, it will easily find this file. Here we can also create a horror collection. Drag and drop is one, and other scary sound that we have here. That's it for now. Install Coda and enjoy a whole new way of exploring your sounds.